Hey family, this is your girl Shannon Jackson. Thank you once again for joining me. Today I'm bringing you a special episode of a look back of how living your life without limits has evolved from the beginning up until now. We are ending in 2020 and gearing up for an exciting 2021. And I just want to show you some highlights of the challenges and some of our greatest episodes and our journey from January up until now. And to thank you, our listening audience and our viewers, for coming and rolling with us each week as we bring you new information. And I hope you enjoy this special presentation.
Elevate your mind. Live your life without limits. No more wasting time. So don't forget to stay focused while continuing. Stay on the grind.
So if I was to wrap it all up in a bow and describe to you what was my first year entering into the podcast world like. It's been amazing and exciting and stressful, but I wouldn't change anything except for having my mother here. Outside of that, in terms of living your life without limits, it has been a wonderful ride. So 2019, the goal was just to get it started. That was when I actually structured Living Your Life Without Limits. So put the platform together and said, okay, this is what God gave me the name, Living Your Life Without Limits, which is a backdrop of my own story, having to start living my life and taking control of my life and not always pushing everybody else, but reaching my potential and my goal. And so 2019 was just all about, I can remember the stories where I was working on the theme song, which it took me like 3 months to actually get the theme song together. And one day I called my son. I asked him, I said, listen, we need to get this music together for this theme song. So the whole goal was, let's get the theme song, let's get the intro video. And that's all we were thinking about in 2019. And then it was, okay, let's get a place. And I found a great producer who, his name is Joseph, and he's phenomenal. He put the music, he sung the song. My son wrote the original words to the short version, and then there's actually a longer version where I wrote a portion of that as well. And it was just about doing the basic things like that. And that was something to see it. I remember when I first went into the studio, shout out to Third World Podcast, first place I ever shot anything at. And I had a meeting with them and I was so nervous. I'm used to being in front of hundreds and thousands of people speaking on a day-to-day basis, especially because I worked in executive roles and I worked in a hospital and different structures, but I never did this on camera. So I would be blinking and blinking and blinking, and we were doing retakes and a lot of editing, and it was a lot of craziness that was happening in the beginning. And I never forget, actually, Rodney John told me this when he was doing my makeup one day. He said, don't worry about it. You're gonna find yourself and it's going to come. Because in the beginning, it was like, I couldn't stop blinking. I kept missing my words and missing different things. And he was like, don't worry about it. It's going to come. And what happened? My confidence built up as we continued to go into it. And every time I was hungry to do more and do more. And then when someone would call me or text me or email me, this is when I knew I'm on to something. Because it was never about me. It was always about delivering the message. It was not about me. It's about getting the message out and letting people understand they are valued and that they need to put their needs first. My greatest challenge for this year certainly dealt with the production side of the video and the editing portions. I had gone through several people for finding my beloved Barry. several people. We have a video that we've coined the lost video, where I had rented out this whole yoga place, and it was supposed to be like this big success video. It was my second video that was supposed to be released. And the video was so bad. The person that was doing the video was chewing in the video. He was talking. And I didn't know, because I was in the moment. We had rented out the whole place, and I was so excited about it. Was called Unplugged. We never, ever showed the video. So my greatest challenge for this year definitely dealt with the editing portion of the whole Living Your Life Without Limits. I really needed someone to partner with me and also believe in the vision that I had for myself. And I went through several editors, no disrespect to anyone, but the chemistry and the partnership to grow the brand of Living Your Life Without Limits was a challenge until Barry arrived. And shout out to David England, my photographer, for all things, who referred Barry to me. He and I were having lunch one day, and I was venting to him about my challenges, and he says, I want you to meet this guy, just check it out. As a matter of fact, he said, give 2 or 3 people the same assignment and then judge it and see what you come up with. And the rest was history on that. What are some of my favorite episodes? One of my absolute favorites have been with Dr. Shannon Chavez. She's actually been a guest on the show twice. And what I love about her is that talking about sex have never been so gracious and interesting, and she's taken the taboo out of the subject matter and making it be okay to deal with sexual health. Dr. Magdi McCall on the COVID was probably one of our highest rated episodes, when COVID was right in the heart of things. And we were learning about it and getting more information. So that was one that I really, really enjoyed. One of my favorite moments, absolute favorite, is doing the Street Love. I love doing Street Love. I was in a church for over 36 years, where I was very, very active in doing things, outreach within the church. And the church closed, and recently the pastor, that was my pastor for 36 years, had passed. So there was a void in doing, I was so used to doing that. And Street Love gave me that opportunity to, instead of doing it within the confines of one building, reaching out to the community and giving back. It has truly, truly blessed me to be able to be a blessing to so many people through the Street Love division of the Living Your Life Without Limits. So I've really, really enjoyed that. I get great joy. I'm planning it and organizing it. It's exciting for me. I love Lockdown. I lock down because I love music. So I love music, so I absolutely love Lockdown, where we had a small little band of the keyboard and saxophone. And saxophone is one of my favorite instruments. So I really love the episode on Lockdown. Again, we were right in the heart of COVID, and we were still on real tight restrictions, and having that music and having that inspirational lift was really, really great. Laughter is good for the soul. The first episode was very funny. I really enjoyed that with my co-host of that, LYLWL. I enjoyed Rodney's Maid episode. That was very enlightening, and so proud of him and his accomplishment and where he's going with it. David England, a picture is worth 1,000 words, to hear his backstory. One of my favorites that I've done personally, Unfinished Business, is probably one of my favorite that I personally did not have any guests on, because I think it's also where I am right now. I see Living Your Life Without Limits as unfinished business. So it was a personal connection to that particular episode for me.
Healthcare professionals kicked into overdrive when the pandemic began, and the fight is far from over. One area hit the hardest, New York. Joining us right now is Shannon Jackson, a registered nurse, and she's been one of the many nurses on the front lines in New York. Good evening, Shannon. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Can you tell me, or tell our viewers, what has your experience been like during this pandemic?
So first of all, I was in New York when the pandemic first started, and it was truly an experience, one in a lifetime, to happen. So when I first got there, literally, our welcome to New York, I was one of thousands of nurses that had come and answered the governor's call. And the first thing that they said to us was, "Thank you for coming, keep them alive."
Goals for 2021. Goals for 2021 is that we're moving into a new studio. That is certainly on our platform. We are going to be starting a Patreon page. We're very excited about that. And rebranding our store. And some things I want to keep until I know what the final is, but there's something else in the works that my PR person is working on. But we will announce that when we know it's coming out. But we definitely have plans to continue to reach more people. We have a wellness program that we're launching January 2021, which is going to be a virtual online program that I'm going to be having, and we're going to have more going into that. So just a lot of exciting things, continue to reach people, continue to motivate people, and absolutely educate people to live their life without limits. So fam, we've had a lot of fun, and you've seen the polished look. Now let's take a look at some of the bloopers that have happened. Oh my God.
Get up there.
Get in there. Yeah. Link at the end of this video.
One more time, less robotic.
Was it in link?
Just click the link at the end of this video.
Okay. To learn more about urinary tract infections, click the in link at the end of this video.
Or just click the link.
Oh, click the link, okay. Laughter and... Oh, that's exactly it. He said that. So I got it straight, you don't do hair. You was trying to get your hair done.
Right, and I thought we was about to just do a transitional shot, but we really doing this thing right now, huh?
We're good.
Yeah, he got all the information.
Everything we just discussed is right here in this pamphlet.
Everything we just discussed is located right here in this pamphlet. If you're interested in receiving it, simply follow the instructions below on how to receive your own pamphlet. You want him to go first as my guest?
I'll have you go first.
We both was like, who goes? Hi, I'm Shannon. This is your... Okay, ready? Go. Hi, this is Shannon, your girl from Living Your Life Without Limits.
Oh, sorry, do that again.
We should wait for that to stop too. Okay. I knew you were gonna nail it right when that horn started.
It's going. Okay, family, all the information that we just went over, I have prepared for you in this pamphlet. If you're interested in receiving this instructional pamphlet, simply follow the instructions below. I said instruction twice.
And pamphlet.
And pamphlet price, okay. Family, if you want to learn more about urinary incontinency, as we've been discussing this topic along with other topics related to the urinary tract system, click the in link at the end of this video.
Hey, this stuff is going to become more natural.
I know, but it's all these things. Okay, we'll do this one again.
Yeah.
Okay, ready? Thank you all from the bottom of my heart. My commitment is that we're going to continue to bring you exciting and interesting topics in the area of health, wellness, and motivation, and continue to bring you insight and support that will help you reach your goals. And I always tell you, Love yourself. Take care of yourself. Because guess what? You are just getting started. I want to give a special thank you to all my Living Your Life Without Limits team, because without them, there will be no me. They ride with me morning, noon, and night, and on the weekends, and my family for their love and support. Some of the key team members that have been there from the beginning has been LaRonda, Rodney, David, Barry, my auntie, Dana. Now we have Loretta as a part of that team. I want to give a special thank you to my daughter, Chanel, who has been a tremendous support, also an investor within Living Your Life Without Limits when we first launched. My husband, Cantor Tech Solutions, who handle all of our website and social media aspect. My son, Cravon Charles, Joe, who does my music production, and so many more that have contributed, and all the guests that have come, that have lent their talents, their skill, and their knowledge and expertise on this show. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. All right, family. I hope you enjoyed this special presentation as we took the journey from the starting point of Living Your Life Without Limits. What I want to leave for you is this thought: despise not small beginnings. Things can start very small, just a bud, just a thought, just an idea. But through your actions, it can be so fulfilling and so rewarding, and the endless possibilities that can come from that. That's what happened with Living Your Life Without Limits. It is my love, it is my passion, and I'm so excited to share this space with you. Each week, I look forward to coming into your homes and across your airways to bring you information. So again, thank you once again. Have a happy holidays and a happy new year to come. And don't forget to tune in to Living Your Life Without Limits in January. Our first episode is going to be on fire, and we're going to have more things planned for you. See you in the new year.